Welcome back to the Core EM Podcast, core content for anyone, anywhere, and just in time. This is the official podcast of the NYU Bellevue EM Residency Program. Unlike all of the prior podcasts that have come before this one, we won't be offering any educational content today. In fact, this is going to be a bit of an update and also a bit of a farewell. Core EM has been running for 3 years, and over that time, we've produced over 150 podcasts and over 300 blog posts, including core content and journal updates. I'm extremely proud of what the residents and faculty here have produced. At the time of the release of this podcast, we have just surpassed 1 million downloads. Thus, it's with a bit of a heavy heart that I released this podcast. I'm moving on to a new job and will no longer be the editor-in-chief of the site. We'll be putting the podcast on a hiatus for a bit while we get things worked out with new leadership. The good news is that the site isn't going down. You're still going to be seeing core content posts and journal updates every week, so the content won't stop. I put this podcast out to take a minute to thank everyone who made this site possible. Thank you to the amazing faculty who trained me, to Dr. Louis Goldfrank for having the vision to support our efforts in building the site, and to the residents and faculty who worked hard to bring the highest level of content to the site. Thanks to the emergency department at NYU Bellevue for supporting our efforts. Thanks to Dr. Michael Shamoon, who designed the site, kept it running, and dealt with my technological shortcomings. His vision helped us create a site that I think is still unique in its structure and usability. And of course, thanks to my co-host on the podcast for the last 2 years, Dr. Jenny Beck-Esme. Jenny put in far more work in this project than I ever expected, has been an amazing collaborator, colleague, and friend. Look out for more amazing work from her, and hopefully she'll continue to agree to partner up with me on more educational projects in the future. Finally, I want to thank our users and listeners. There's a lot of foam out there, and we're psyched that you found your way to us and honored that you continue to come back to us for your education. Many of you sent us comments that helped us shape our content and encourage us to continue the work. Well, that's all for the Core EM podcast this week. Come on over and check out the site at coreem.net. We've got a ton of great core content. We'll have a core post up on Wednesday and a journal update up on Thursday. Follow us on Facebook and on Twitter where our handle is @core_EM. Thanks, and hope to see you all in the future.